What up? So, this is a true story Thursday that unfortunately will be posted on Friday because it's kind of late. And by the time it uploads, it's going to be Friday. So, true story Thursday. But you're not losing your mind if you realize that it is Friday and that this video was posted on Friday. Anyways, let's get into this shit. So, last month, I decided to take my girlfriend out for a date. I was like, girl, let's go out on the town, let's enjoy. And because I'm poor as fuck, I really could not afford to take her really anywhere too special. But I decided to go to this restaurant that had some pretty good pretzels. These like really fresh baked, these really giant fresh baked pretzels, and then they make really good pizza and all different types of pastas. And they usually just have a lot of cool things on the menu. So I was like, we're gonna check this out. So we get there, there's probably 4 people in the whole establishment. Some folks at the bar, they're not eating, they're getting drinks. But for the most part, it's me, Sydney, this table of like 1 person, and then 3 other people dining together. So obviously looking around, we're feeling like we're going to get some good service. It's not going to be that serious. We place an order for an appetizer. We place our order. We ordered the special for our main course, and we decided we weren't going to get dessert there. We decided that we were going to have dessert at our house, and that's what the wave was going to be. So, why, bitch? When we finally got our pretzels, we've been waiting for 25 minutes. And these pretzels are covered in salt. And not on some like, you know, you get a big ass pretzel, got maybe like 30 pieces of salt. This shit had like 45,000 pieces of salt all over it. I'm talking about big ass rock pieces of salt. And I'm kind of just like, girl, why is it this covered in salt? So I'm kind of not understanding that. I'm looking at it like, I don't really fuck with you like that. Then, you know, I turn it over as I want to do, and I notice that it's burnt. The bottoms of all these pretzels are burnt. Now, they're looking pretty overdone on top, but on the bottom you can tell burnt to shit. And then, you know, me, I'm just the investigating ass bitch. I go and I check the cheese, and the cheese, bitch, is frozen. It is cold as fuck. And I'm kind of sitting there like, how? How y'all gonna serve this? And there's only 4 people here, plus us making 6. There's 6 people that you're creating food for, and it seemingly lacked the fuck luster. So, me and Sydney, we try to take the high road. We told our server, excuse me, there's a lot of salt on these pretzels, and they're also burnt, and this cheese is cold. And the waiter was very understanding, seemingly. He's very he took ownership and responsibility, and we were like, thank you, because, you know, it's hard out here when you send back food, because if you work in the industry, which me and my partner have both worked in the industry, we know that, you know, all different types of things can be happening, and we try to blame the chef last. We try to blame the server last. We were really not trying to put anybody in a weird situation where they're like, damn, you know, what is my job situation about to be? But we had just decided to make, you know, a decision that I felt like was right, and she felt like was right, in terms of, you know, just sending it back and just trying to get, you know, a replacement order. While we're waiting for our main course, our server, you know, is basically telling us it's gonna be a couple more minutes, and me and my partner decided that we wanted to just sit outside. It was a beautiful day out, and there weren't that many people in the dining room, so we just decided, you know what, let's just go take our business outside, and we're just going to sit out there and enjoy the sun and try and kind of recoup from the fact that we're really hungry and we had to send back the only food that we had seen in a couple hours. So we're kicking it upstairs outside, having a good time. We get our main course. Now, at this point, we're realizing our main course is also burnt. But we're not trying to, you know, send back another item before we get to eat. So we're like, fuck it, we're going to eat this food. We're eating our main courses, and we're told by our server, who pops up on us, that our pretzels, our appetizer, would be given to us to go. And we were like, that's fine. You know, we were totally cool with that, very flexible. We're really not trying to make too many waves. So we're like, yes, for sure, we'll take our pretzels to go. So as we finish our main course, our server pops up again, and he's just like, hey, you know, we really wanted to let y'all know that we appreciate your business, and we would love to give y'all a complimentary dessert. So me and Sydney look at each other, and Sydney had been telling me that she wanted to get this peanut butter cookie. And I was like, you know what, go ahead and get that. Because I was about to go style on them and be like, you know what, bring me that brownie sundae. Bring me all the shit that comes with it. Bring me some caramel on top of that, honestly. I was looking for shit for them to just make for me because I was like, you know what, y'all are kind of doing the most, trying to tell me that I have to take my damn appetizer to go because y'all don't want to make it in a timely fucking manner. So anyways, still trying to be chill. Sydney orders this peanut butter cookie to go. Excuse me, not even to go? Yes. Sydney orders the peanut butter cookie to go with our appetizers, and we're just like, all right, we're just gonna, you know, we're gonna kick it, we're gonna wait, we're gonna just be, you know, up here outside enjoying our day. And so about 10-15 minutes later, you know, we're finishing up with our food. Our waiter comes out, he clears our places, and he tells us that as soon as we come downstairs, we can pay the bill, but that he's going to bring up the cookie and the pretzels. Bitch, he hands us these pretzels and this cookie and then goes back downstairs after handing us the bill booklet, right? And you know I'ma check and make sure the shit is right. Why I open up the pretzels and these shits are so burnt, not even overcooked. Like, the tops are black, the bottoms are black, and I'm just kind of looking at Sydney like, did he really just hand us this box and think we was about to just dip? Did he really think he could just hand us this box and everything's gonna be coup de la? And we're laughing and kicking because we're just kind of like, where do we go from here? You know, like, we weren't really too much sure what the fuck we should say to this person, but we knew it wasn't gonna be cute. Now, as I'm over here tripping about these pretzels, Sydney opens up that box with that fucking cookie, bitch, and I want to tell you right now, it was a clear box, and we couldn't see the cookie because there was all this steam and shit all around the plastic box that they gave us. But when she opened that plastic box up and all that steam wasn't able to protect that fucking cookie, bitch, we saw that cookie for what it was. It was a burnt ass piece of fucking dog shit. And we again started laughing and was just like, the fuck? So we go downstairs and again, ain't nobody there. It's dead as fuck. Roll up to the waiter and he's trying to, you know, figure out how much money he's, you know, about to, he takes my card and goes, and I'm like, excuse me. And I'm like, we're gonna give you back these pretzels. We want to take these off the bill because these are burnt as well. And, you know, the waiter was just like, oh my goodness, I am so sorry, and looks at them as if I'm lying, and it's just like, ugh, Jesus. And it's like totally understandable. So, you know, goes over to the kiosk, starts punching in numbers. Next thing you know, he comes out with a bill that's $10 cheaper than our original bill. And I'm like, all right, ho, like, we gonna pay for the main course, you know what I mean? But I gave them back the cookie and was just like, we're not gonna take this cookie also. Like, this cookie is also burnt. And so there was really no more care and understanding because clearly we were leaving. So niggas just didn't give a fuck. Niggas were just like, sorry. And we're just like, move on, bitch. I still tipped my server despite the fact that I felt like I was not served nothing but bullshit. Because I realized, you know, the server ain't cooking my food, you know, and their job, what they're doing is seemingly on point. So I give the server a tip and we pump it out of there. And as we're leaving, we're just kind of like laughing and being kind of disruptive because we're just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, we just were kind of like, this is wild. Like, what the like what? And I want to say too, at some point we heard the chef in the back, and it was this dude with a beard, and he was wilding and he was slamming shit, and he was making it kind of known that he was the only one back there, and that they had just had a lunch rush, so that's why he wasn't on point. But it was kind of just like, girl, why are you yelling all over the place, all over the kitchen, trying to let folks know what's good? You could have just popped on out the kitchen, came over to our table and was like, listen, I just had a really rough day. You know what I mean? He could have just said anything and we probably would have fucking left. We probably wouldn't have even continued to eat there had he told us his real beat. But we had to find that shit out. So as we're leaving, a manager that we had never seen popped up and gave us these 2 coupons for $5. So we got $10 towards our next meal. And we were like, thanks, but in our heads we were like, bitch, we're not coming back here. And so for a couple hours, I was kind of irked. I was talking shit. I was getting mad because I kind of felt like, yo, like, are y'all going out of business soon, or what's the fucking tea? Because I don't know how y'all treating people like this, and y'all have a business, and y'all are thinking everything's gravy when it's fucking not. Like, things are not okay. Like, this is not chill. So, I called the manager, and the general manager actually was the one that was there, and he was just super apologetic, super understanding, made me feel kind of like just validated in my anger, and seemingly was very open to hearing the entire story. And at some point, he heard me say that we had been chased down by somebody, and he was like, I'm really happy that one of my managers stopped y'all on the street. I'm really happy that y'all have those coupons, but I want y'all to know that next time y'all come in, please just call me. Please just let me know that you're coming, and we're going to take care of you. And I was like, okay. So it was just reiterated that I would not need to be using those that $10 off coupon because this nigga got me. You know, he got us. So this was like the end of last month, and it's just been really rough. Still poor, still broke. Recently got a job. Shout out to that. But this happened within like the last 2 days, sweetie. So niggas been broke. But the other day, me and Sydney were talking about the coupons, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I should call the restaurant and see, you know, if it's okay if we come in a couple of days, because that would be nice. You know, it's always nice to go out with your partner and have a nice little treat, but it's extra nice when it's about to be free because somebody played you, and you know, obviously you're going through hard times. So we were really excited about this. We were gonna go swimming. We were first going to go out to eat, and it was going to be this whole thing where by the end of the night we were going to have extra food left over because they have really big portions. We're going to have a nice dinner. It was going to be cute. Bitch, tell me why. We call, and folks are seemingly not really on the wave where they're about to give the phone to the general manager. When I'm on the phone, they're just reassuring me after I'm telling them what happened before and who I've already spoken to. They're telling me to just come on in and that I'm going to be taken care of and I don't need to worry. And they got me, okay? So me and Sydney get in the car. We drive on over there. And we're just prepared on having a good time. Sydney takes some coins out of her purse. And she's just like, you know what? I'm going to have some coins on deck because I want to make sure that we tip our server because we're expecting to be treated like motherfucking royalty in this bitch, okay? So we get inside the restaurant. And at this point, there's same setup, not that many people in the dining room. I want to say everybody that we saw that was there was on their way out. They had already finished eating. They were just kicking it. So when we sit down, we make it a point to tell our server, who tells us that she's actually the shift manager, about everything that happened the last time, how we talked to, you know, the GM, and she was just acknowledging me. I was just making me feel like she just understood where I was coming from, like everything was okay. And I was like, all right, you know, and I was making it very clear that we had been told that this was a free meal, okay? And I was using all the words I suppose that I would need to be using, like they said that y'all would take care of us. Such and such said we would be taken care of. Such and such said that we would be comped. You know what I mean? I was saying all these things, and I was being affirmed in my belief that everything was Gucci. So the woman, the person who's our server, she's just like, you know, do y'all already know what y'all want? And I'm like, yes, we just want exactly what it is that we tried to order the last time, that we had to pay for, that we were not happy with, that we didn't get treated, that we weren't served properly. And so she was just very much understanding, totally was willing to do that for us. And so we waited on our pretzels. Girl, those pretzels, when they came out, they were looking good. But I want to say that before the pretzels came out, I made a look, because we sat in the same booth, I made a look at the chef as they were telling her what had happened previously, because I think they were trying to let her know, girl, your job might be on the line, because these people just came in a couple weeks ago and the food was not on point, and now it's up to you to kind of make sure that this person is leaving with a stellar experience. And I could just tell from her vibe, like, she was about to leave soon, and she was really not on her top flight security or whatever the fuck it was, but I was trying to just, you know, send out all the vibes to her. I was trying to Reiki through the air. I was like, girl, you will, be able to succeed at this. It is not that deep. Like, we just want to be treated like regular motherfucking folks that came in here to eat what the fuck y'all done said y'all make, and nothing different. Okay, that's what we decided. So I'm trying to send this good vibe to her because I'm just feeling all types of energy from her that was just negative as fuck. And I was just like, I hope this does not affect what the fuck's about to go down. So as I said, we get those pretzels. Girl, they are cooked to perfection. I'm happy with them. I will say they're a little undercooked, honestly, if I could tell you the truth. But I would rather that than them be overcooked. They were still okay. And I'm not trying to nitpick. I'm just saying what is fucking real. They were delicious as fuck. They were crispy on the bottom. And I loved them all. Now, as we're eating them, our waitress comes over, the shift manager. She's like, oh, are y'all saving a room for your specials? And we're like, definitely are. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want her to get the wrong impression that we was just about to eat this one course up in her face and just dip the fuck out with the rest of our shit to go like last time. Because really, I like the restaurant experience, okay? I want to be there. I want to get my drink. I want to look at the people. I want to, check out the decor, talk with my partner, hold her hand across the table. I want to do all the things that you do when you go to a restaurant with your boo, okay? And so I was like, oh, yes, girl, we are ready for this special to come through. So honestly, effortlessly, our main course comes. Everything is cooked right. It is just delicious. The flavors are on point. I asked for something. I asked for a little bit of basil pesto. I will tell you this. Last time I came, they gave me basil pesto. This time they wanted to tell me that they only had basil mayonnaise and plain basil by itself and mayonnaise. And I was like, I'll take the basil mayonnaise, honestly. And it turned out to be really good and it worked out. But I'm going to say, where was the basil pesto from last time, girl? Don't lie. Like, honestly, that kind of irked me a little bit because I was like, bitch, but I just got it like a couple weeks ago. Did y'all just decide y'all wasn't carrying it no more? I guess. I don't know. But it was kind of irking me. But anyways, the pizza that we got, the special that we got, it was delicious, okay? It was good. On point. Now, at this point, as we're coming to a close of eating our slices, we're feeling full, we're feeling happy, we're feeling just like we were taken care of. The shift manager, the general manager comes over and he's like, how'd y'all enjoy your food? I was like, it was so good, thank you so much. We appreciate everything, honestly. And he was like, yeah, he's like, is everything cooked right? I'm like, exactly right. I was like, nothing is burnt, just very happy that it's not like last time, just so appreciative that you decided to, that I was like, I said something along the lines of so happy that you wanted us to come back and give y'all another chance. And so he was like, no problem. He was like, anytime, we'd love to have y'all back. We'd love to have y'all bring guests and stuff with you and word travels and all this shit. And just seemingly very just so gracious. And so it was at this moment that we're kind of relaxing, and me and Sydney were joking about if they offered us dessert, we would take it. I'm like, girl, I am not playing games. I will take a brownie sundae if they offer it. And sure enough, divine spirits work in the middle. The shift manager gonna walk over, rubbing her belly, talking about, does anybody have room for a brownie sundae? And I'm like, me, definitely, boo. So I'm over here trying to, see where my shit is coming from. Okay, is it coming from the left or the right? I'm excited. And Sydney orders another cookie, another peanut butter cookie, and was just waiting patiently for the track explosion. So we're sitting there at the booth, just waiting for our desserts, and it was at this moment that Sydney gets her cookie, and bitch, here is the fucking gag. Maybe because we didn't get the cookie for here the last time, or maybe because they were trying it a lot. But they decided to put her cookie in the middle of this big-ass triangular plate where they had clearly taken some Hershey's regular-ass chocolate syrup and done like a bunch of little doodles or some shit, and then put some whipped cream in the corners of the triangle, trying to make it look festive. Perhaps to distract from the fact that the cookie was a burnt to dog shit. The cookie was not only burnt, bitch, the cookie was just smoking. There was smoke coming off of it. And the bitch, when she went to go put it down, gonna talk about something. This one's a little crispy. Bitch, chicken is crispy. Dumplings is crispy. That shit was burnted. It was burnted, okay? That shit was fucking burnted. It looked like it just came from space, and they caught that shit in the fucking air and brought it right to the plate. Or rather, brought it right to the table on the plate and was just like, let me just do a little design real quick. It just looked a damn mess. And I'm over here looking at it like, nah, y'all playing. Not on the day, not today, not when y'all supposed to be giving us motherfucking customer service realness, or y'all serving us dog shit, a la this fucked up ass plate with design. Girl, no. I was just in distress in my mind, but the thing is, it wasn't my dessert, so I didn't want to pop off for Sydney. I was like, Sydney, you know what, tag, you're in, like, let this bitch have it. So Sydney goes, yeah, it is a little crispy. And then she's like, you know what, I would appreciate it, because honestly, the woman also said, she goes, this one's a little bit crispy. She goes, we don't mind making you another one if this one's a little bit too crisp. And Sydney's like, yeah, you know, this one is a little too crispy. I wouldn't mind having another one to go. So she's like, not a problem, not a problem. So she scurries on back, and she's gone. I'm like, Sydney. Sydney look at me like, bae. I'm like, Sydney. She's like, bae. I'm like, Sydney, do you see your plate? And Sydney just, bless her fucking soul, because she over here trying to give them I give a fuck realness, and gonna take a spoon and try to, you know, eat up a little bit of the whipped cream, some of the chocolate off the plate, try to, you know, dip into the cookie and just take off that top layer of burntedness and just try to get that middle layer, which has been infused with burntedness, smoke, and all types of other carcinogens. And she's over here trying to make something happen with this plate and with this burnt ass fucking hockey puck. And I'm sitting there like, they gonna come over and bring me my brownie sundae, bitch. Why the fuck was this like some prepackaged ass brownie that they just put in the middle of a plate? Same design, same little whipped cream poops on the fucking corner of the triangle, and then gonna have the smallest motherfucking dollop of ice cream on top of the brownie. OD whipped cream, like 3 inches of whipped cream, bitch. It's not that serious. Gonna try to trick me at first. I'm like, ooh, I got a sundae. But bitch, it was nothing but whipped cream. And like the ice cream was hiding under the whipped cream, so I couldn't really tell how much ice cream I had until I didn't have no more. And I was like, alright, like 2 gulps worth. Alright, that's a sundae to y'all. And so I'm over here just, you know, trying to enjoy myself and trying not to hate too much. And that's when she comes over again, the shift manager. She's gonna say, oh, it looks like she said, it looks like all of our peanut butter cookies are pretty crispy back there. Oh, so you mean you got other peanut butter cookies that are not obviously freshly baked, and they're burnt, and they're just sitting there, and y'all was about to give them to somebody else? But you're not giving them to us because we done pulled y'all card? Okay, alright. Trying to ignore the bullshit and trying to enjoy the rest of my bullshit ass fucking dessert. And so she offers Sydney a choice between a chocolate chip cookie and a burnt ass peanut butter cookie. And Sydney's like, I'm gonna take that chocolate chip. Thank you. And it's prepackaged as fuck. Looks like someone already cooked it and just wrapped it in some plastic. So she just put it to the side for herself and continued eating the whipped cream off her plate because that's all the fuck there was to eat. At this point in time, you know, the shift manager comes over with boxes. She asks us if we want some more sauce for our leftover pretzels. I'm just like, thank you. You know what? You just brought me back up again because I was over here with the dessert, but then you brought me up here again when you talking about some sauces and shit. So I was like, yes, bitch, bring me some sauces. She's like, can I bring you some lids for the sauces? I'm like, please do. All right, so I'm setting it up, putting up our food to go. And tell me why, out my fucking periph, I see niggas assembling what looks like a check. It looks like they're assembling some sort of bill, some sort of payment plan for this reparations ass fucking meal. Like, come on, bitch. So I'm sitting here looking around like, why is the bill coming over to us? Not understanding it. So when she gets up to her table, she's like, hi guys, I have your bill. She's like, as you can see, we took off the $10 for the coupons that we gave you, and this is your bill, right? So whenever y'all are ready, and just gonna dip the fuck out. And me and Sydney looking at each other like, and we didn't have to really say too much. I think it was some sort of telepathic connection where we were both like, you know what? The server was okay. Like, she bullshit for this, but she did her job. So, you know what I mean? That tip, those coins that Sydney pulled out of her purse to tip the server, yeah, that went in the fucking bug. And when I stood up, bitch, I grabbed the box of leftovers. I took a long swig of my fucking water with lemon. And I looked over and I said, bye-bye, ta-da. You know what I mean? I was giving her a little cute wave because, bitch, you tried it. And you about to see. You about to see what the fuck you done, so you about to see what you gonna reap from sowing this bullshit. But I was just kind of like, toodles, bye. You know, and Sydney's behind me, and so when we get to the fucking door, tell my Sydney talk about something, run. I'm like, Sydney, do not say that shit. As soon as we get past the building a little bit, I'm like, now run. Bitch, we start booking it. Sydney dropped her phone. I was like, girl, grab your phone. We keep running. Bitch, some brambles got in my way, and bitch, I'm not a distance runner. I'm not a runner, period, to be quite honest with you, but I was trying it, okay? I was trying to get myself a little steady jog or whatever. And I was so full of food, bitch. It was so silly, honestly, because it's like, I'm running because just in case y'all want to get stupid. But really, I shouldn't even be. I should have casually walked the fuck out like, what coins do I owe you, queen? Tell me about this service that I'm supposed to be paying for, bitch, because it was lackluster, honestly. But neither here nor there. We get into the car. Bitch, tell me why as soon as we get to the car, the bitch who actually burnt Sydney's fucking cookie and just got off shift, that chef bitch, she is parked in front of our car watching us clearly scramble to get into the car to fucking leave. And as we run and I see her, she's making eye contact with me and she give me a dirty ass look like, but she was confused, like, why are these hoes running? Like, couldn't even understand in her little brain. I was like, that's okay. We get into the fucking car and that bitch want to still stare and be kind of stank. And I'm like, you know what? Bitch, I got something for you. So as soon as we pull off, I roll down the window and I'm like, why you burn the cookie, bitch? And she didn't have nothing to say. She was just like, she didn't know what the fuck to say. But it was a real question I had. It was an accurate motherfucking question that I could say to her, because really, you burnt the cookie and that's what really got me fucked up. And we was never gonna pay. But when you burnt that cookie, bitch, it was kind of like, you know what? Y'all really don't give a fuck about having folks come here and give y'all a good motherfucking shout out, do you? You don't really care. You don't really give a fuck. And honestly, it wasn't even you who cooked for us last time, but it just goes to show that there's something going on down there. There's something going on in that restaurant. But, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just put it in the universe. Be careful where you go to eat. Be careful where you fucking spend your money, because these folks will lie to you. They will tell you, come on down. Complimentary meal. Yes. Come eat. Please don't stop patroning our business. That's what I told them on the phone. I said, you know what? After this service, after this treatment, I don't think I'll be back. That's what I said, just like that, because I was like, listen, that really bothered me. To really spend some coins trying to have a good time with my boo, and y'all really fucked up the vibe? No, queen, not today. So, really, it just fucked me up that when we was there the whole time, it was under false pretense that they was really expecting us to come in and be so gracious and be so, like, you know, just trying to make sure that the vibe was right this time, on top of being trying to pay them. Bitch, we only came back because you was offering free food. We was giving y'all another go-see. And the thing that killed me was, for the most part, the food was on point. And I was kind of just like, damn. I was like, babe, can't you see why I was trying to bring you here? And she's like, girl, really, this shit is delicious. I was like, for real, though. But now, we can't even go back. It's me, Sydney. This table of, like, one person, and then 3 other people dining together. So obviously, looking around, we're feeling like we're gonna get some good service. It's not gonna be that serious. We place an order for an appetizer. We place our order. We ordered the special for our main course, and we decided we weren't going to get dessert there. We decided that we were going to have dessert at our house, and that's what the wave was going to be. So, why, bitch? When we finally got our pretzels, we had been waiting for 25 minutes. And these pretzels are covered in salt. And not on some like, you know, you get a big ass pretzel, got maybe like 30 pieces of salt. This shit had like 45,000 pieces of salt all over it. And I'm talking about big ass rock pieces of salt. And I'm kind of just like, girl, why is it this covered in salt? So I'm kind of not understanding that. I'm looking at it like, I don't really fuck with you like that. What up? So this is a true story Thursday that unfortunately will be posted on Friday because it's kind of late. And by the time it uploads, it's going to be Friday. So true story Thursday. But you're not losing your mind if you realize that it is Friday and that this video was posted on Friday. Anyways. Let's get into this shit. So, last month, I decided to take my girlfriend out for a date. I was like, girl, let's go out on that. Then, you know, I turn it over as I want to do, and I notice that it's burnt. The bottoms of all these pretzels are burnt. Now, they're looking pretty overdone on top, but on the bottom, you can tell burnt to shit. And then, you know, I'm just an investigating ass bitch. I go and I check the cheese. And the cheese, bitch, is frozen. It is cold as fuck. And I'm kind of sitting there like, how? How y'all gonna serve this? And there's only 4 people here, plus us making 6. There's 6 people that you're waiting down. Let's enjoy. And because I'm poor as fuck, I really could not afford to take her really anywhere too special. But I decided to go to this restaurant that had some pretty good pretzels. These like really fresh baked, these really giant fresh baked pretzels, and then they make really good pizza and all different types of pastas, and they usually just have a lot of cool things on the menu. So I was like, we're gonna check this out. So we get there. There's probably 4 people in the whole establishment. Some folks at the bar, they're not eating, they're getting drinks, but for the most part,